Hey, how are you? I am going to make a video about my Indiana Jones outfit. Tomorrow, I'll be going to the Terrificon at Mohegan Sun. I'm really excited. My first Comic-Con I've ever gone to. Hoping to meet a lot of people. I have done a lot of Indiana Jones cosplay, Halloween, things like that. But I'm really excited. I wanted to show you the outfit that I have, the different parts to it. So I'm going to make this video and just talk about all the different indie stuff. So I hope you like it. Thank you. Here is a whole pile of things that I have for my Indiana Jones outfit, and I'm going to go over each one of the pieces that I have and discuss that a little bit and what kind of look I'm going for. First up, let's start at the bottom with the boots. I had made a comment to someone on Instagram about, the screen accuracy versus what's practical. These are a pair of Carhartts I have. They are very soft leather. As soon as you buy them, they're great to wear. I could see running away from the Jovitos in the first Raiders movie in these things. But they're not they're not really screen accurate at all, but they are comfortable. And over here I've got the indie style boots that I bought through Wested. Made them a little bit dirty. And as you can see, the bottom, there's a heel on the Westeds and not on the Carhartts. So, and plus the Carhartts have this trim that goes all along the way, whereas it's different on the Westeds. I mean, these are not Aldens, but they're also about $400 cheaper. So those are the ones I'm going to be wearing tomorrow. Okay, next up, pants. Years ago I had this pair of just kind of regular slacks. Color's almost what you might see in the movies. I mean, they give the impression that they're Indiana Jones pants, but they're not even close. What brand is this? They're Hager's, so I won't be wearing those. I'll be wearing these. These are the ones from Wested. I think I bought just about everything I have through Wested, including the sand color belt, which I won't wear. I'm going to wear the brown one. He has the brown one on in the Raiders movie, so I'll be wearing that one. Socks, I'm just going to wear something dark, comfortable. I'll be on my feet a lot. So I'll be wearing these pants. I did try and stain them up a little bit. I know in one picture in the Raiders movie, he does have a stain on his right pant leg here a little bit. I threw these in the wash. I don't care. Put them in the garage and stepped on them a lot to make them look a little bit more distressed. So I'll definitely be wearing those. For his shirt, years ago I bought this one on the left. This is a Faded Glory shirt. Not very screen accurate. Once again, it does give you the impression that it's an Indiana Jones shirt. It does not have those, I'm not even sure what they're called, the lines going down the shirt, the pleats. It doesn't have the hoops on the collar, epaulets. Doesn't have that at all. But if you're wearing the jacket, it kind of gives you the impression that it's an indie shirt. But I won't be wearing that. I will be wearing this one. Of course, this is from Wested Leather. Can't say enough about this company. They're from England. They really great customer service. Products are great. So this is more indie accurate. Pretty close to it. So the look I'm going for is Streets of Cairo, before the fight with the swordsman. I was thinking of also doing the look between in Temple of Doom before he fights the big swordsman or bodyguard in the mine shaft. I was thinking of going for that look, but I'd have to tear up the back of the shirt, plus I'd have to lose a sleeve. I don't want to do that. Maybe if I buy another one, I can go for that look. So I'm kind of going for this I mean, there's got to be dozens of different looks that you can get from different parts of the different movies. But I scuffed this up a little bit. I gave it this sweat look. You can also kind of see it on the back a little bit. I took a mixture, and I went through different, I tried this different ways and different times. So this is kind of the finished product, but what I did was I took a mixture of glycerin and, if you can believe it, vegetable oil, and I brushed on the shirt. You get some dirt marks there. I know in his scene he's sweating, but it's not too much dirt. But I said, hey, I want to make the Indy outfit not really a costume, but if I were Indy and I had to wear it, what kind of, so I'm more function over form kind of guy. So if I were Indy and now we're out in the woods and something happened out in the desert, what would it look like? So that's kind of what I'm going for. So I did make it look sweaty and used. I did roll the sleeves up, as you can see. They does have in that look on Streets of Cairo. I know another, like in the mine fight, his sleeves are down before he loses one. So that's the look I'm going to go for with the shirt. Of course, the iconic jacket. I'll start with the Wested first. I guess at some point I will buy a faded one. This is just brand new Wested leather. Screen accurate to Raiders. It doesn't have the button at the bottom or the top, so it doesn't have that. And of course, it's got the difference in the back than a regular standard jacket, so it is that Raider style. I just don't have the heart to beat up this jacket. I like wearing it in the winter. I do wear it out non-indie costume. I like the jacket. If I were going to go in cosplay as Indy when it was colder here in New England, I would definitely wear the jacket. But since it's summer here, it's August, I'm going to go for the summer look, kind of apropos, rather than the whole leather jacket look. If I did do the jacket, I'd want a distressed one, but like I said, I just don't have the heart to beat this up. They're expensive. They do cost a few bucks. I did do this one. This is an old leather jacket that I had, Caribou Creek. Of course, the pockets are not even close the same as the Indy jacket, and there are total, major differences in this jacket. It's not even close to the Indy jacket, but if you were to wear it, say for Halloween, and it's dark out, I got dirt falling off of it. I mean, I really beat this thing up. It does give you the impression, but just want to point out that I do have the Indy jacket, and there's, once again, you can get different jackets for each different movie, and most people who just watch the Raiders or Indy movies, Raiders, Temple, etc., they wouldn't know the differences in the jackets. They're like, oh, it's an Indiana Jones jacket. So maybe I'll add more to the collection, but tomorrow, as I'll show in a little bit, I'm not going to go with the jacket look, but I just wanted to show you what I have. Indy's utility belt. Let's see, let's start up here. I was thinking of using this belt as the belt for the utility belt. It's really aged. It's got the good color to it, but the buckle is quite large. It doesn't really, not that screen accurate. I decided not to go with that one. I went with this one. It does have this curved piece. Just by happenstance, I had this belt. It is brown. It does have this curved piece, like I said, so it is a little bit more screen accurate. All right, the holster I bought, there's no gun in there. I did soak this in leather oils and scuffed it up. I wanted to make it as screen accurate as I could. It's still very rigid, even though I put some work into it, but It is what it is. That's fine. And of course, the bullwhip. Oh boy, the bullwhip. Okay, so there's stuff you see in the movies, and then there's real life. I went to a charity ball once and dressed as Indy, and I just had the bullwhip snapped on, just like you'd see in the movies. Well, as most indie cosplay people would know, this thing has a life of its own. It unravels all the time. The snap unsnaps, it falls off. I mean, I was dancing with friends, and the bullwhip, the cord is all the way on the floor. You're tripping on it. This thing does not maintain its form as far as this circle. It's a hot mess. So for this Terrificon, I just want it to stay in one place, not move around. So I just tied it off. Totally not screen accurate. I don't care. For me, I mean, I have electrical tape holding it together. It's just going to be sitting on my hip, and I don't want it to move around. I know we've seen the movie. He's running around with it. I've had this thing unravel so many times. It's really a pain. So I'm going just for the look. As people see it, it's fine. I don't have to worry about, I'm hoping to talk to celebs tomorrow if I can. Karen Allen's going to be there. I don't want to hi, how are you? And then this thing is on the floor and I look like a dummy. So I don't want that. So I've really taped it up. This electrical tape, I've got it all over the house, all over my fingers, all the glue came off. So that's what I'm going for. The satchel. I bought this, another Wested purchase. Great satchel. I've made it screen accurate as far as length, how it sits on his hip, the character's hip, and where this buckle will appear. Of course, this buckle is much fatter, as you can see. The one in the movie, each side is kind of this thinner appearance, but hey, I'm okay with that. I've used this. I use this all the time. Got anything in there? No, it's empty right now. When I go camping, I go hiking, I actually carry this with me. You can carry a lot in here. I mean, water, food, maps, all kinds of stuff. It's a great utility. Actually, I've got something in there. Yeah. Hey, so I've got some snacks that I had in there. My son Jeff gave me the chews there. He doesn't like those, and I went on a hike and I had those. So I do use this a lot, and I'm going to use it tomorrow. Really screen accurate. I mean, if someone saw this, they would think, it's beat up a lot. Had this for many years. I love it. I use it in real life, so I'll be wearing that tomorrow too. Last, certainly not least, the Indie hat. As I showed in another video, this hat I bought in 1982, so I got to do math. 43 years I've had this hat. Lost a lot of hair since then. I added the bow on the side, as you can see, the dark on the top and bottom there. The old band was this non-bow style. I took that off and ordered this. I did a lot of work on this to make it look Streets of Cairo-ish, but also just that he would wear it in normal use. And of course, like I said, I've had 43 years of use for this hat. I've got kind of the crease in the center, and it's there. I mean, it's I'll grab this. It's pretty darn close. I know the Streets of Cairo, it's got that sort of, I don't know what color that is. It's not as dark brown as this, but I don't mind. This is the only hat I have. I can't beat it up too much. It doesn't have the exact kind of stovetop setup on it for the top, but I don't care. I love it. I've had it forever. It's my pride and joy, and I'll be wearing that tomorrow. So there it is. here I am, got the whole costume on, boots, actually no socks, it's alright. I've got the shirt out, kind of in the Streets of Cairo look, but I'm going for a look that's like he's using what he's wearing. Like I've made the shirt distressed, hip holster, his utility bag, the bullwhip, and as you can see, it's not going to unravel on me or move around. Any of the parts that I put on there, the rope and the tape, they'll get hidden by the bag. Like I said, not screen accurate, but I don't mind. I'm just going for the look, and I think it's a pretty good one. And I'm just looking forward to having a lot of fun tomorrow. And thanks for watching.